For everyone listening too, if you don't follow us on Twitter, we went and finally launched a Discord for the COD Casuals, and we've been working on this for a while now, and we're glad to finally have it at the launch of this game. If you're listening and you haven't joined it yet, we're going to have it in the description below, so be sure to go and join that way or follow us on Twitter. We'll be posting the link all the time, so you can go join up that way. This is a new year. This is actually a good COD. People seem to be wanting to talk about it, and we want to talk with everybody that watches us and listens to us about it, so definitely make sure to join. It's a new start. It's a new season. So we're coming with new stuff here. I'm excited for it, man. I mean, we've only been playing it. I checked my combat record. I've got 4.5 hours, 5 hours on it now after we played just before recording. And I'm already loving this game.
When you and I signed on, you were my only friend that was on playing COD. I would at least have like 6 to 10 people on. Usually when COD launches, they pre-order the game and they're playing. And this year it was just you. You've mentioned before that a lot of people got burnt out on COD because of all the mistakes that they made in previous years. Rightfully so. I get it. Like, even if this is a good COD, some people are like, they screwed up way too many times. But I will say, if you are one of those people that's just burnt out on COD because the developers kept screwing us over, try this game. I really think Treyarch made a good one.
Welcome, everybody, to episode number 248 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
I'm Justin.
Justin, how are we doing?
Doing pretty good. We're finally here playing Black Ops 7. First episode of season 6 or 5. I think it's 6.
And we finally have a good Call of Duty on our hands.
Yes. Like a really good COD, actually.
Yeah. I actually, before we even start to and talking about it, for everyone listening too, if you don't follow us on Twitter, we went and finally launched a Discord for the COD Casuals. And we've been working on this for a while now, and we're glad to finally have it at the launch of this game. So if you're listening and you haven't joined it yet, we're going to have it in the description below. So be sure to go and join that way or follow us on Twitter, and then we'll be posting the link all the time, so you can go join up that way, because this is a new year. This is actually a good COD. People seem to be wanting to talk about it, and we want to talk with everybody that watches us and listens to us about it. So definitely make sure to join.
Yeah, let's grow this community and get it to over 1,000 members, because then we can make it discoverable, and then we can just make the community even bigger. But yeah, the Discord I know a lot of people have been asking for it. My apologies. That took forever for me to build, just for everyone to know. Not as simple as like a lot of people would think. Just opening up a Discord, create server. It was like a lot of rules and stuff behind the scenes, but we have it now. So, and the Discord too, like obviously it's for COD, but just come in and chat. Like, we're there. We're probably going to be more active in that, to be honest, than like Twitter. I mean, we're pretty active on Twitter, but Discord's just easy because, we could just openly chat about like the game or like whatever.
Yeah, and especially too, be fun down the line. We talked about ideas of playing with listeners, when ranked comes out, or just in general, like whether it's pubs or whatever. It would just be fun to be more interactive that way with it. So it's been a process for sure, but I'm glad that we finally got it up and running. So it's a new start, it's a new season. So we're coming with new stuff here. And yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I mean, this we've only been playing it. I checked my combat record. I've got 4.5 hours, 5 hours on it now after we played just before recording, and I'm already loving this game.
Yeah, me too. This game, we didn't do the New Zealand, fly to New Zealand and play it like a day early. We waited till midnight here, played it. The whole like playing early thing, there's just something about it. It doesn't feel the same, because back in the day you would have to wait till midnight because you couldn't like change your location to New Zealand time. I guess that's us just being old, though. I feel like it's kind of whack. Like, it's good for people that want to grind, and especially like all the content creators, because you can just go and play it right away. But I don't know. I miss the what's a correct word? Like
anticipation.
Anticipation, excitement for like waiting till midnight, and then everybody just gets on and just grinds together. Because now, you load in at midnight, and dude, people are already like first prestige or like about the prestige, and
It's
obviously they're
weird.
playing from New Zealand. They changed their location, so we did
Yeah,
not do that. It's not worth it
no, it's not. I mean,
for
both
us.
of us, if our bosses heard, they'd be upset. We took work off for this. So I was like, I can't take 2 days off of work for it. Um, but yeah, I agree. There's something about, especially when we were growing up, like knowing with the midnight release when that was a thing, and you'd have to go to GameStop. Which, you see, Tyler did that. T Dog, he had
Yeah,
like a whole thing set up. That was
that
so
was
sick.
sick.
Yeah. Because that's just an era that a lot of people like if this is one of their earlier CODs or their newer CODs that they're playing, they'll never really experience that. Now everybody goes on Twitter and they say, "Oh yeah, change your location New Zealand and do all this." And it kind of cheapens the experience. I loved yesterday it being like 11:30 and no one's online and I'm like, "Dude, I haven't even started yet."
Yeah.
Like that's part of the excitement, you got like all the drinks, you got all the food, all the junk food just like ready to go.
Mhm,
Um, it's cool to have everybody there, but when you jump in, like you're saying, we play 1 or 2 games and you see people that are already level like 48 or their first prestige. It's kind of weird
mhm,
as opposed to everybody being like level 1 or maybe someone who's been like putting in some time already and they're already like level 10 or 12, you
mhm.
know?
Well, 'cause, the back in the day, the people that did get the game early and they're able to play is because, they jailbroke their Xbox or something, or they got the physical copy of the game, like, early. I remember
Yeah,
when content creators would do, like, giveaways, and they would actually buy the copy of the game, and then if you
right.
won, they would have to mail it to you. Like, there are no, "Oh, yeah, go like this tweet and retweet it, and then we'll send you a code for the game to download."
Yeah, yeah. No, it was way different. I think, honestly, as the years go on, and definitely me speaking, just being older, it was way better back then. It like the
Yeah.
whole idea of midnight releases and getting games at that time, the excitement and the hype was way more real than it is now. Like, I don't know, I don't feel it even with like other games not COD related, where I just see it and it's in the PlayStation store. I'm like, oh, let me go download it.
Mhm,
It's different than going into the store and seeing like some display that they put up because it's a super hype game and there's a whole bunch of people. There's a line out the door for that game.
mhm.
Like that just added to it. Now you can just be in your pajamas. You wake up, you're like, oh yeah, let me go buy that game. It came out at midnight. Boom, and
Yeah.
doesn't hit.
There's something to say about, nowadays where everybody wants instant gratification, and you can get the game right now, right away. Just go into the store, click download, and you're good. Back in the day, we would have to wait, get that physical copy. Yeah, you get the physical copy, but now you gotta download it, and then you gotta copy it, and then you're playing at, like, 2 in the morning instead of midnight,
Right.
uh, waiting for it, and yeah, I don't know, back in the day, it was fun. It was so much fun. Like, the midnight releases, if you went, they usually would have an event during it where you pre-order the game, go pick it up, like, you're waiting in line, and then you leave. You go straight home to go put it into your PlayStation or Xbox and download it.
Yeah, I don't think it was a midnight release that we did for it. But I remember it was at my house from where we were growing up when you bought the was it Black Ops 3 when you
Yeah, that's
bought it with
BO3.
yeah, you were with me and our other friend and we went to Best Buy on Black Friday and
Mhm.
you bought you bought the PS4 was it or PS3? No, it was PS4, right?
4, yeah, 4.
Yeah, it was the PS4 and you bought Black Ops 3 and I remember you bought it in cash and we went home that
Yeah.
day and, like, we, like, just played it all night. Like,
Mhm,
that experience was so sick.
mhm,
There's a lot of people who have never experienced that, and I feel bad for them because that was just it was hilarious looking back now, but it was so hype. You have all this cash, you're like, "Dude,
mhm.
I have one fucking mission, and it's to buy those 2 things."
Yeah. That's the thing, it was a mission. Now it's I mean, you and I were texting each other the whole day, like, amped about the game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, other people are already playing it, and they're already first prestige, but it's getting closer to midnight, and we're just at our own places, just sitting there waiting to hop on. Like, we
Right.
didn't need to get in our cars and, like, go buy the physical copy of the game, come back, download, and, like, do all this stuff. Yeah, it's more convenient, but I think there is something to say about, like, those midnight releases and all that. Like, what Tyler did is sick. and how GameStop like actually reached out to him
Yeah.
to do that, I would totally miss like launch day of the game for those midnight release events like that, because
Yeah.
you're celebrating the release of the game, and I'm sure you're going to be playing it a little bit at these events, but it's different when you're sitting at your own setup and just grinding away.
Yeah, and making sure that every part of the game is copied and downloaded, like, that was the whole ritual, I guess, beforehand for us yesterday, is making sure that in the morning, like before I went to work, I've turned off my PlayStation. I'm like, all right, let me double check. Okay, all three things are downloaded. Like, I'm good to go. I don't have to,
Mhm.
because God forbid if the game goes and launches at 12, and then it's like, oh yeah, this multiplayer pack you didn't download it. It's 12 gigs. I'm like, yeah, well, fuck, it's chalked. Like,
Yeah, yeah, you didn't. You have to pre-download stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, again, instant gratification. Midnight, we can just jump right into the game.
right,
Back in
right.
the days, like you got to pre-order the game, you got to go pick it up, you got to come back, you got to download it, you got to wait for it to copy, then you can go in and play, and it's just a couple hours
Yeah.
of waiting.
But now it was, I mean, it was good. We're going to talk about pretty much our first experience and first impressions of the game. Again, both of us have put in, I know last night, well, we played from midnight to, I got off at 4, and then you
Mhm.
said you got off at 6
Yeah, well,
and returned.
I got off at 6, but I stopped playing around like 5:30.
Okay.
I was contemplating. I'm like, do I go to bed or do
Right.
I just stay up for the whole day? I took a 2.5 hour nap essentially, and then I woke up and like I feel pretty good, to be honest. But it's that second wind. When you get no sleep and you wake up and you feel fine. I always get that.
Yeah. For me, it's either I'm completely like swamped or my body, like right now, it just feels weird. You know, I'm not like, if I close my eyes, I'm not like, oh, I could fall asleep tired, but I
Yeah.
just feel like, probably because of all the caffeine that I've just been consuming over the past couple of hours. But yeah, we got about 4 to 5 hours of gameplay in there. Um, Honestly, first impressions of this, like going into it, I really like everything that they did. They did a lot of stuff different from the beta. Like there was definitely some tweaks that they had made regarding, I think, a couple of things on the movement, some of the things we talked about in the maps. They had made some small changes, nothing really earth-shattering. But like we talked about in past episodes, they definitely listened to the feedback and people talking throughout, from the beta up until the launch here about little nitpicky things. And they did fix those things, if you want to say that they were like that big of an issue to begin with. Um, and playing throughout the night, we really didn't have any issues at all, regarding like the game itself. It seemed to be running pretty smoothly. Um,
Mhm.
the thing that I was happiest the most about was the matchmaking in this game is so good. Um, like we've talked about it at length when we were in the Vanguard era and even past that. You'd be sitting in lobbies for minutes, after the game ended, and you'd be trying to figure out, do I leave? Is it going to fill up? And then like a map shows up, no one wants it, everybody leaves, and it would just take forever. This game, I mean, I'll be here, game finishes, I go to like get water, and then I hear on my headset that like we're already in the next game.
Mhm.
So it never stops. It always keeping you engaged, which is a huge W.
Yeah, and on top of that, those 4 or 5 hours that we played flew by. Like, we were just
Yeah.
game after game after game, and it felt like a good COD while doing it, you
Hmm.
know? The big thing too is we talked about it, the open matchmaking, like, playlist, so no skill-based, and there is a standard playlist. For whatever reason, if you wanna jump into that, I don't know why that's even an option. I
I
don't know
don't know
who would
either.
jump into that. But yeah, the open matchmaking, I will say, like, for the first time in like years, like well over 5 years at this point, it feels like a normal COD match every time we hop in. There are times where we were frying like consistently, and then there are a couple times where we got challenged and just got beat down by like another squad.
Hmm.
And they kept old option back in the day of you would stay in the lobby against, the other team if you wanted to, or you could search for a brand new lobby instead of like backing out and then joining up again. And
Right.
I like that, back in the day, it would be you against like some other person on the other team, and there's this unspoken rule of like, all right, if someone leaves first, they lost that battle, and now you can just stay in there until one person is like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, and we always had, in those tougher matches, we always had, it was either a squad, um, or it was like, again, that one guy that was the challenge, and he was carrying everybody, you know? Um, it was such a good variety, and it was what COD's always been. I didn't even think about it that much because that's what it has been for so many years until this weird era that we finally and hopefully have put in the past, um, where you just have the highs and lows of playing. You're doing well, and then you have a game where you're challenged, but it wasn't like game after game where you're getting slammed every time. I never really felt playing in that 4-hour stretch that there was any skill base that really kicked in.
Mhm.
Um, and that's not to say that we were slamming every game. It's still like the first day of playing. I'm not playing as good as I want to. Um, but there wasn't like a lot of games where I'm, just dropping a 1 KD or I'm like barely going positive, you know. It was definitely a good variety, which just makes the game more enjoyable in my opinion. I wanna keep playing it. I wanna keep getting better at it, and it's not discouraging. If you're in those, if you're in that playlist, it just seems to be a better experience. I don't get, again, to your point, I don't get why they even have 2 playlists. I'd be really curious to see what the numbers are for people who are in the open matchmaking versus the standard, because I would have to assume it's probably like 90 to 95% of the player base is in the open matchmaking.
Yeah, I would agree. I have no idea why that's even an option, but yeah, it just feels good again to play COD and not be frustrated every single match, because I remember Black Ops 6 beta. Yeah, we were frying in the beginning, 3 matches in. Fourth match, immediately you're just
Oh, yeah.
thrown in like into a whole squad of people that love to play ranked, that love to watch the CDL like
Right.
us. And yeah, that's fair, but on day 1, and during a beta too, do we really need that? Like, obviously, on day 1, you would have to assume the majority of people that pre-order the game and they're playing at midnight, they're gonna be, decent, at least,
Mhm.
pretty good, because
Yeah.
they're the fans like us, the
Right.
true COD fans that really want to play. So no one's gonna pre-order a game and you know
Be
that
mid.
doesn't really like COD. Yeah, exactly. So that's to be expected. But we got like a good mix of all of that. So back in Black Ops 6, we did not. I remember specifically staying up at midnight, me, you, and our other buddy just grinding away, and we're like, "Oh my god, either we suck or the skill base is insane,"
Yeah.
and we're we're getting frustrated. Like match 4, 5 through the night, and
Yeah.
we're just struggling trying to get through.
Yeah, and there's a big difference between, like, we play 3 games, and then from match 4 onward, it was just struggle, whereas in the night that we played, it was probably 5 or 6 games in total where we got beat down. Like,
Mhm.
we got shown, it's like, "Okay, yeah, there's definitely levels to this." Or part of it too, we do like to make excuses. Our whole fucking team leaves, and then it's just
Yeah,
us 2, and we're spawn trapped, and I'm like, "Bro, there's no point here. Just take the
just
wheel,"
yeah,
Like,
just
just
end it.
end the game for us, please. Um, but again, those games, they were few and far between. The vast majority of the games were just like, we were either doing okay or it was a good challenge. Um, and again, I don't know why they ever moved away from this in the first place, because when you go online or on Twitter and you see people talking about the game, um, that's like a huge thing that everyone just says. Like, dude, thank God. Like, this is a good pubs game. And it absolutely is.
Yeah, mhm.
You could play this game for hours and hours and not get burnt on it. And it's the first time that we've had that in a long time. Um, and all they had to do was just make the matchmaking not so insane, just make the skill base, dial it down a little bit, and everyone will like it a bit more.
Yeah, it's crazy that Treyarch finally they did it. because they realized, yeah, we need to go back. I guarantee you, they probably thought that in the beginning that we need to
Right.
go back to this open system, what COD was back in the day. But yeah, no, it's really nice to see because we definitely had our fair share of competitive matches too, where we were playing hardpoint and we're getting beat down a bit, and we decided, all right, we got to lock in here because we can win this. And we came back, won, and it's just a good feeling to be able to do that. And then the next game, it's the same lobby and it's competitive again. And yeah, we're trying, but we're not getting upset every single match just about something. And on top
Yeah.
of that too, the maps in this game are good.
Yeah.
All the maps
They
that we've played are so much better than Black Ops 6.
Which I hate to say because I don't wanna shit on Black Ops 6 so much, but it's very true. I mean, all the maps that we played, I think now we have played all of them, like, because I got it pulled up, like, they have those 20v20 maps we haven't played,
Mhm.
um, but, yeah, looking at all the other ones that we've had so far, um, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure we've played them. I'm looking even through this right now, like, they have, this one Paranoia, which
Mhm.
is like a 2v2 or a 6v6 map. I don't think that I'm pretty sure I haven't played that one. Um, and then there's the other one that says Retrieval, which we didn't get to play, or you played that, right?
Yeah, I played
That
it
snow
twice
map?
last night. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
I
only
uh
map looking I haven't played yet.
found that, so when you signed off, we were just playing the open core mosh pit, which was like domination, TDM, hardpoint,
Yep.
and overload. I didn't jump into that. I went to like individual game modes. So I was in TDM, I played Dom, and we were just trying to get into raid like in that core mosh pit for a while. And I joined TDM, I got raid immediately. So
Mhm.
I think some of the game modes kind of push specific maps. So retrieval, I've seen it for kill confirmed a lot. That was both times I played it.
Yeah.
Paranoia, I thought we played it last night,
We may
but
have,
I don't
but when
really
I've got
remember.
that photo pulled up, I'm like, do I recognize that map? I don't know if I do. Like, maybe we
Yeah,
did play it, but if we didn't, that's the only one that we didn't play,
yeah,
um, which I don't know, again, it's a 2v2 and a 6v6 map, it has to be microscopic, it has to be like, Flagship is such a small map too,
mhm,
and that, like, looking at that same thing, it can be a 2v2 and a
I'm trying
6v6
to
map.
wait, no, yeah. No, we did not play this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we didn't play this.
So that's the only one on the list that we haven't, so that could be, it could be the best map, it could be absolute dog shit, we don't know, but
Yeah. Did we play this? It kinda looks familiar now that I'm looking at it.
I mean, I got there's the photo of it itself. I mean, when I see that, bro, I do not recognize that at all. If I'm
I
keeping it real, I don't recognize it one bit.
I recognize the green, like, the grass, the green wall.
Mm,
I don't know, maybe we didn't. We played a lot yesterday, so I have no idea, but regardless, the maps in this game are much better than Black Ops 6, and which, not shitting on Black Ops 6 so much, but it's just this game is, like, fully put together for multiplayer, and you
yeah.
can clearly see that and tell when you're playing this game. The maps are much better, and I don't think there's a map in here yet where I just absolutely hate. That
No.
obviously there are ones that I'm not the biggest fan of, like Homestead, because we just don't know how to work around that map right now. But
That's
the,
also
the
the map that we've had the worst games on too, so
yeah, yeah.
no
Well,
bias.
that's part of the challenge though, you
Yeah.
gotta learn your routes, the routes that you like to run and how to maneuver around that map. But overall, I enjoyed the majority of these maps.
Yeah, the one that we didn't get a lot of, actually, I don't even think we got it at all last night. Even though we did play it, though, because it was in the beta, was Imprint. Imprint really didn't come up, and that was one of the maps that like I wasn't too um stoked on, but even still, it was not that bad. I think the only map that, and again, it's just saying that right now from day one. The one map that I want to be playing more to get good at or try to understand is that Toshin map. Um, Last night, I think we played that just that one time,
Yeah.
um, and I after that, I or before that in the beta, I think I maybe played that map once, as well. So I don't have any reps on that map. I could not really figure it out. But all the other maps, they just are, intuitive is what comes to mind. They were pretty easy to pick up. They're like the classic 3-lane maps, which I don't mind that at all. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Some people don't like how they just keep it to the 3 lanes and it's not really, innovative or whatever, but for me, that's what, what kinda built Call of Duty, and in these maps, there's enough interesting spots or, like, things that go on in them to kind of vary up the 3-lane system that they have, um, so it keeps them fresh, and there's always more to be learning with them, but, yeah, to your point about the maps from, BO6 compared to this, uh, this really it doesn't compare. I mean, this is far and away a better map set than we've had in Black Ops 6, and I would even go further back than that. Honestly, um, these maps are really really good. When we played any of other the modes, like we are playing Hardpoint or was it Overload. Um, we were always just like, yeah, this could be a really good map, like for competitive. This could work for this. Or we would say with some of them, like, yeah, this wouldn't work. But the vast majority of them, the game modes that we've played so far, they work on all those maps. I think what was it, the Homestead? Maybe it was that one we were talking about with Overload, how it's just kind of it's chaos. And
Yeah.
maybe isn't
I mean,
the best mode for that map. Um,
yeah.
but it's pretty
Overload, I don't
fun.
think will work on a lot of these maps, but it's the third game mode that people are gonna have to adjust to. Like there are definitely maps like Imprint. I enjoy Imprint. I actually really like it for Overload. Some people might disagree, but
Yeah,
the map that from the beta exposure, that map, I'm not too keen on. It's kind of just like mid for me. Like I
yeah.
if other maps came up to vote for, I'd probably vote to pick the other map over exposure. I don't know. It is definitely a 3-lane map, but there's just something about it that I can't like pick up on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I hear you.
But
Yeah, the
other than
it's, like,
that,
hard
like
to get into a flow.
yeah, other than that though, I do enjoy like all of these maps.
My favorite map for sure, and I wanna be playing it more, is Den, with all the
Mhm.
rooftops and everything. That map to me is so cool. It kinda reminds me of, what was the map that they had last year? It's like it's a BO2 map. Actually, no, I think it's a BO2 map. Um It's, I'm totally blacking out on what the hell the name of the map is. Um, it's got the mansion in there, it's got the driveway with the car from last year, it had the car that was rotating on the right side, in the garage there. It's got, like, the whole, statue situation there. It's where Looney did his, 1v5 back in the day. You know what map I'm talking about? From BO I think it was in Black Ops
Oh,
4. It was remastered on there.
fuck, what's the name of that?
Not is
Hacienda.
it
Hacienda.
Hacienda? Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Hacienda a little bit,
Mhm.
um, like, just the style of it, and especially that middle section there, that P1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that map is really, really cool. It's got a lot of interesting stuff with, like, your point, the elevation and, like, jumping between the roofs
Mhm.
and everything. I really, really like that, but, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, dude, they, like, knocked it out of the park with the maps. Like, they're a massive improvement from what we've had in previous years, which we've said before. That's like, a massive part of the game. If the maps suck, then there's no way the game's going to be good.
Yeah, and the way that they designed these maps, again, they went back to 3 lanes and they got rid of the stupid elevation, like 3 tiers and, uh, 3-tier buildings and things like that where, you peek over a heady and you've got way too many options to look at. Now it just feels like a normal COD where you have your downstairs, you got your top window, you look across the map, it's another top window, and then you got uh the downstairs that you probably
Yeah.
can't see. And that's what
Right.
every single good COD map is for the most part.
Yeah.
Um yeah, Den I did like we played that one hard point on it, or maybe it was two hard points, but it reminded me of uh the style of it because it's like Japanese style. It
Hmm.
reminded me of Gridlock from BO3,
Oh yeah.
like the right side of the map where like the showers are,
Hmm.
the style. But a lot of these maps though, it kind of reminds me of different Black Ops maps that they kind of just piece together because the the map, oh dude, I don't even remember the name of it. Is it Colossal
From
in
this
this?
game,
Yeah, it's
Colossus.
Colossus.
Yeah.
It's like the far right side is that broken train or broken plane, and then the
Yeah.
middle is like this warehouse area, and it's like in the snow. Am I
Yeah.
thinking of the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
one? Yeah, that one. When you spawn in like closer to the house, it kind of looks like Fringe,
Yeah. It does.
and but then you go towards the middle, it kind of looks like Standoff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I was thinking the same thing too. Like they took the greatest hits from like certain old maps and kind of just left those as it's almost like Easter eggs to other maps, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I play that, I'm like, oh dude, this is the same thing from this map, you know? And it's not in a bad way.
Hmm.
Because it's only like one little section. It's not like they copied, half the map
Yeah.
and put it in there. Um, and to that point, like talking about pulling from other maps, the remasters, putting Hijacked in there and Raid. Um, we talked about this, I think maybe well, not last episode because that was our final review, but I think it was maybe before that. Um, on how much they were going to change those maps, with the new like wall bouncing. They didn't do anything when you think
Yeah.
about it.
Literally
Like,
nothing. It
yeah,
looks
there's
like
no
aesthetically.
walls really or any like I don't think I've wall bounced at all on either of those maps, you know? You
Yeah.
can,
You
but
can't. Yeah.
it's like I thought that they were going to maybe change them a little bit to kind of fit with the game, or if they wanted to show off that mechanic to maybe change the way that that map plays, but no, not at all. Like you every time we played Raid, it's you play it exactly like you did in any other Call of Duty. You're not like,
Mhm.
"Oh yeah, instead of coming out of pillars, I'm going to go wall bounce around the corner." Like you don't
Mhm.
need to do that at all.
Yeah, they just changed everything aesthetically, and which is fine. But I think too, maybe just because it was day one and people haven't mastered certain areas of the map yet with the wall jump. I don't know, like yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, it didn't feel like a lot of people were wall jumping everywhere. It seemed like everybody was still trying to explore the maps and figure out, the best time to use a wall jump. Because I remember in the beta, it was a new mechanic, so everybody was just jumping around everywhere. But
Right.
on day one, I honestly didn't like see that many people just jumping from wall to wall in certain areas. The only time I feel like I ever see that is on exposure in like literally the middle of the map where it's the like main hallway into the middle staircase to the tank.
Yeah.
People are always like jumping on that, but other than that, I feel like most of the matches that we had, people are using the wall jump just to jump up into windows or something like that.
Yeah, it didn't have as big of an impact as I thought on some of those. Like I mentioned those other two remasters, even on Express, you know, I would use it to go and get on top of the train on occasion, but yeah, I agree with you. We really didn't see a lot of people using it as much as I thought it would. If I had to assume as time goes on, that's going to be the skill gap. Like that's going to be the maker there. If someone is really good and knows how to do the wall jump properly and in certain situations and like they can actually shoot while they're doing it, I think we're going to see that in rank play become pretty prevalent. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's a massive thing that, oh, if you can't do that, you're screwed. You know what I mean? It
Mhm.
just seems like something that if you're going to use it, like in a gunfight, if you do use it properly, yeah, it will help you. But it's not really like a necessity.
Yeah, yeah,
That
because
makes sense.
it like, on Express, all the spots you could get into back in the day. Like, you didn't need the jump like, you could jump onto the train, the top of the train from anywhere and get up there.
Right.
Um, but, yeah, I think on those maps, we'll see if Express and Raid is in competitive, if in ranked play at all, which I'm sure it probably will be, but it seems like they have a lot of other options for ranked maps. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they didn't really change that much on those maps, which is totally fine with me. But I do think when it comes to wall bouncing, where it'll come into play for gunfights, obviously, but on the older maps like Express and Raid, I think where it's going to come into play is for information because I used it a lot for like peeking corners like super quick. Like when you're in Zig, I would go up against a wall and instead of like strafing to see if someone was in kitchen, I just like jumped up to see if someone was
Mhm.
there. And then I would make a decision based off of that if someone was there or not.
Yeah.
Where that's like the next level of thinking in Call of Duty that like casual players, they're not really thinking about that. You know, they're
Mhm.
not using it for information. When people think about Call of Duty, that doesn't make any sense, though. They're like, "What do you mean information?" Like, using
Right.
a wall jump to get information. It's like, you just run and gun.
Yeah, it could definitely be a good tool for that, for sure. So I'm excited to see what happens with that, especially on like the competitive side and rank play to see, if there really is that skill gap that develops. I think it's going to. Um, but yeah, from the first day, yeah, I saw very few people using it. A lot of us were just trying to like get our fucking gun going,
Yeah.
and like trying to shoot straighter. I didn't notice much about the what was it that they had adjusted the aim assist.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I noted maybe a little bit that they had changed it. But it's always hard to tell from like the beta and then you don't play for months and then you come back to it.
Mhm.
Um, because I know they added that slider in there or they said that they were going to adjust it. I do notice maybe it's just a me thing sometimes. Like I always get people one shot and then it's like I almost lose aim assist sometimes, and that
Mhm.
usually kills me. Um, but that could just be a me thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes they definitely did adjust the aim assist going into this game, but it also feels like placebo, you
Yeah, I
know?
know.
Because I know what you mean. Like, I would get a lot of people one shot, and then, like, right at the end, like, 1 or 2 bullets would
You're
miss
like,
that yeah.
yeah. And
But
I'm
I
like, dude,
did
am I losing it?
yeah, but this year, like, I bumped up my scent a tiny bit, so that might be part of it too. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw other people complaining about the aim assist, saying, like, "It's so hard to aim now," and I'm like, "Yeah, just
Well,
get
what are you gonna
better,
do? Yeah,
get
yeah,
better."
exactly. You just got to be playing more. I
Those people didn't play back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on. You go and play any of those old CODs where there's virtually no aim assist, like it's insane compared to this. It's there, but I think
Yeah.
honestly, it's just gonna be reps to get used to how that game plays.
Mhm,
And same thing with the gunplay too. I mean, the gunplay along with the maps that we said are really, really good. I think the actual gameplay, gunplay is great. Like
mhm,
you don't feel like cracked out of your mind fast, but you're not super slow either. And the way that the game, like the weight of it, it feels like it's a cross between like the CODs that we've had in the past, like with MW3 and with Black Ops 6.
mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's like a weird combination of those two, and I really, really like it. It doesn't feel like you said super slow or super fast. It's like right in the middle. I haven't
Mhm,
gotten a high enough level yet to go and get lightweight and like really make a quick class to see how different that feels. Um, but the way it like just the game plays was really, really nice too. That didn't weigh on you at all. And again, coming back with it without having the fucking tack sprint in there. Like I'm always every time I play that and I'm using my left stick and I click once, I'm just always like, thank God, dude. Like
mhm.
it's so nice to have that gone.
Yeah, and I think like you said, the game does feel really good, the pacing of it. It doesn't feel too fast or too slow, but the in pub specifically, because it's we play 6v6, and the health it goes pretty quick compared to other CODs.
Yeah.
And I think it's a combination of, when people are talking about aim assist and, missing bullets, I think a lot of people in the past, like, couple years, the game would really aim for you, and you get, like, headshot multiplier too. So,
Right.
like, you and I would even hit shots, we're like, "Did we actually hit that?" And, like,
Yeah.
headshot immediately because like, an extra 2 to 3 bullets hit them, and we would get a kill. I think it made a lot of people think that they were so much better than they actually were. And then I always like Treyarch's like hit reg system and the feeling of their game. And this feels faster than Cold War. I personally like Cold War's like health status and the like hit reg a bit more than this because in pub specifically, I think you need to run stim if you want to like go and pub stomp, which
Yeah.
is a good thing and bad thing. I think it's a bad thing for you and I because we like to hop in between ranked and pubs. Because in ranked, no shot stim is being used.
Yeah.
Like you're
No, it's not
using
happening.
tax, right? But the difference is in ranked, it's 4v4. So it's obviously the pace of the game is going to slow down
Mhm.
compared to 6v6 pacing. Um, I just know if I use stim too much in pubs, it's gonna mess with me when I go and play ranked and I like strafe and I go to stim and then I throw a like tack or something and stun myself. So it's a give and take.
Yeah, I haven't even used okay, do we even have Stim yet? Like, have we unlocked that? I know
I
you're a
have
little
yeah.
bit higher level than me, but I can't remember when you get it. Um,
I think you have it now.
yeah,
It's like
because
20 something. It's a high
yeah,
20s.
okay. Yeah, I'd have to go try it then because
No, it's 21. It's 21.
for oh, okay, sweet, I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, for sure, dude, people are stimming in this.
In
Like,
pubs for
they're
sure.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Like, I didn't notice it that much until there were some gunfights that would go down last night, and I would, like, have a guy damn near one shot, and then he would chow me again, like, and he's at half health. I'm like, "There's no way he
Yeah.
regen that quick," like, and you see him regenning as he's chowing me. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's gonna be a bit of an adjustment. And I don't know what I want to do if I want to start doing the stim or if I just want to stay how I am because we're
Mhm.
not getting smoked, you know.
Yeah.
Like could we do better? Yeah, but I feel like if we keep on doing like if we go and switch to stim now and then when ranked comes out, we're gonna suffer, you know. It's gonna be
Yeah.
hard for us to adjust back to that.
Yeah. Well, I think what gradually happens, I feel like in the past couple CODs, a lot of in pubs, a lot of people always had stim, but we would gradually we just wouldn't use stim, and we just kept it with the tax because we knew we would adapt in ranked, and then we would just use those same classes in pubs.
Mhm.
But in this game, I don't. I just feel like you die so quick, and if they increase the health to like an extra 25 or like 50%, something like that, um, in the health bar, like Cold War's TTK, I don't think you would need stim like at all
Yeah. No,
because
I don't
there's
think
so many
so either.
times like when two people are in front of me, I'm gonna get one. It's really hard to get the second person if you already got a couple bullets in you from the first person.
Yeah.
Like much harder. You're gonna get traded immediately.
Yeah. And even that too, like that was an experience I had a lot is I wouldn't go on massive streaks in this. Partly because of the way that I'm playing, which I definitely have to adjust. I being a new god, like I have the sprints and I just want to be
Mhm.
running all the time.
Yeah,
And you
it's day
can't
one. You don't
yeah,
know the maps
exactly.
either.
Yeah, and you can't really do that. And you get traded out so often in this game. At least that was like from what I was feeling. I couldn't really get like, you know, a good kill streak going. And I don't know it's part of the maps or just like what we're saying, part of the health that you have. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know if they're gonna make any adjustment to the health bar if they did add it like, you know, 25 or like 10 HP to it. I have no idea. I would assume that they're not going to, but
Mhm.
you know, we'll have to wait and see on it.
Yeah. I mean, it is day one, so I think if they don't, you and I are just gonna adjust because I feel like it just happens every year. Everyone uses stim in pubs, and we just never did. And we learn how we like to play certain maps in situations where yeah, like obviously we didn't go on like kill streaks on day one in BO6 or
Right.
MW3. And then by the end of the year, we figured out how we wanted to play these maps with certain weapons, and we didn't need to use those stims.
Right. And also, since it is day one, I don't know if they're going to be patching. They're going to be nerfing any of that stuff. They may nerf stim a bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they're going to be doing this with the weapon tuning,
Mhm.
because like the amount of people in this game that are using that M15 is insane. Like
Mhm.
that is definitely like the best AR, probably one of the best guns, or it is one of the best guns in the game. Um, and I don't know how long it's going to last. You know, I'm sure they're going to see people complaining about it or just realizing that not many people are using the other ARs in the game nearly as much. And yeah, they might nerf it into oblivion. But even to that point on the weapons, um, I haven't used a ton. Like we've used what we've got like two of the ARs. We're using the AK-27. That's really good. Some of the subs that we've got unlocked. There's the 3 burst one,
Mhm.
um, which I want to love the 3 burst because that's like the Tonto from Black Ops 6, and I love that gun. But just not right now. It's I
The
I don't like.
the Tonto is the slow shooting one. That wasn't the
Oh, so
three
what was
burst
the
stuff.
wasn't there a 3 burst in last year's?
There was, I don't remember the
Yeah,
name of it.
okay, I
Yeah.
forget what it was. That gun, or even me, there's been 3 burst subs in the past I'm thinking of as well.
Mhm.
I like that concept. I want to like that gun, but when I used it, it
Mhm.
was dog shit, you know. And that
Oh,
seems
yeah.
to be the thing. A lot of these guns without attachments,
Mhm.
like you have to suffer through and get them ranked up in order to have them be good.
Mhm. Which is why the open system is good because now we can actually go in and use it even because, yeah, that 3-round burst sub needs attachments, but a 3-round burst sub is it's good. Like, when you can start flowing with it and you just start one bursting people, like, up close.
Yeah, I've had a couple of times using it where I was like, okay, that was a nice kill for sure. Like it
Mhm.
feels good. And then there's some times where, yeah, my aim is just so bad and I can't actually get a shot going, or I'm just getting hit markers and it's, you know, it pisses you off.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's a fair point. I didn't really think about it. It's good because with the open matchmaking, it's going to encourage people to be experimenting a lot more with weapons because you're not going to get cooked that much, you
Mhm.
know. Whereas if you did that last year, if you were using like a non-meta weapon, you were going to be screwed. Like you had to know going into it that more than likely you're going to be going negative, and it's not going to be that fun. You just have to like put the blinders on and know that this is only for trying to rank up your weapon. You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the other one, I didn't really use any LMGs or shotguns, but I used a couple of snipers. Sniping in this game, I mean, it feels fun, but you need attachments. You definitely need attachments to make it better. In the past couple of years, the main attachment that I think everybody would wanted was like the laser sight because it helps with um steadying your sniper, and then when you go in ADS and center, it's quicker.
Mhm.
But I think it's usually one of the last attachments you always unlock with it. So you do have to suffer for a bit.
Yeah, and the weapon leveling seems to take a little bit too. Like we were
Mhm.
talking about that earlier. It seems like there's a lot of levels to these guns, you know. Like I've been using the AK-27. Like I
Mhm.
feel like I've been using it a good amount, but I don't have like a ton of attachments for it. And I don't know, maybe that's just because, you know, I'm actually like not right, you know, I haven't been playing or using that gun as much as I could have been. But I feel like compared it like to previous years or like even farther back than that, I don't it just feels a bit slow to get some stuff, which is a bit of a drag. Like I'm trying to use that razor because I like that sub. It's super fast.
Mhm.
And it's like it's got high damage, but of course, like the ammo on it, like the clip size is so small. And I want to try to make it better. I feel like I've been using it, you know, for like over an hour and it's only like level 8 or level
Mhm.
9. I'm like, "Damn, dude, really?" Like, I feel like this thing should be like level 15, level 16 at this point. So
Yeah.
it seems like it takes a minute.
Yeah. I mean, the weapons now, you don't unlock like all attachments for every weapon now, especially
Mhm.
sights and stuff, because you have to go and use another weapon to like unlock it. But
Right.
Yeah, I think it based on, like, whatever category the weapon is, that it depends on, like, the level. So, I like ARs, at least for the M15 and the AK, it was 47 is max level, which, like, that's just a lot that you gotta level up. I remember back in the day, like, old MW3, every gun was level 30.
R
That's all
Yeah,
you had to do.
yeah.
And I don't remember how long it actually took. I'm sure it took a while to get to level 30, but yeah, it's nothing like this now because subs are different too. Like, I don't know what every sub is, but I'm gonna try to level up as many weapons as I can to get all the attachments needed.
Are you gonna try to do the camo grind this year, you think?
We'll see. I mean, I have to try out the other weapons. Usually, I experiment with all the other weapons, and pubs is fun this year, so I might. Trying to experiment with camos and weapons when pubs isn't fun and you have skill based on is god awful.
Yeah, it's
So,
disastrous.
yeah, because you just go into every match knowing you don't have a chance.
Yeah, no, that's why, like, not even just that reason, but, like, in the past years, I don't really go for it. One, I've never been one to really go for camos,
Mhm.
but yeah, whenever I see people, especially if I watch Jev and he's doing, like, the dark matter grind, he's always miserable doing it. I'm like,
I
"Bro, I
think
don't."
everyone is.
Yeah, I'm like, "I don't
Yeah.
wanna subject myself to that." Like, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather be on and enjoy, like, the guns that I'm using and not be, like, using a riot shield for, 3 hours straight trying to get
Mhm.
some whack achievement with it, you know? But no, I'd say overall with the guns, they're pretty good, from what we've used so far. Of course, that may change as time goes on as we unlock all the rest of them,
Mhm.
because we haven't gotten really the chance to. But, like, most things that we talked about are all positives, and I don't really have a lot of negatives so far. Um, Granted, it's only like, we haven't really scratched the surface with what the game offers,
Mhm.
but we did talk about that drone launcher thing that people are fucking using all the time, where it's got those red, like, drones that come at you
Yeah,
all the time.
I think they're called, like, needle drones, and
Yeah,
it's a
field
tac
upgrade. I'm pretty
is it a
sure
field
it is.
upgrade? It's a field
Yeah,
upgrade or it's a tactical? Because you
I'm
can
pretty
throw multiple of them.
I wanna say it's a field upgrade, I could be wrong,
Mhm.
um, because well, think about it, if it was a tactical too, people would be spamming that all game, you know? And
Yeah, yeah, you're right, but I feel like it is being spammed.
well, and that's the
Yeah,
thing, like, it's
yeah,
it's not so often that it's like people are just they spawn in and they throw them, but it's a lot,
yeah,
and they suck. I
yeah.
fucking hate having those things towards you, like, I don't know what they're gonna do with them, like, you nerf them into oblivion where they're just worthless,
Mhm.
but for a field upgrade, that seems like a weird thing.
Yeah, it's really annoying when you're in, like, a tight spot and 2 get thrown out, and they're just hovering towards you, and you have to shoot it, and that person that threw it is just waiting, like, behind for that to explode, and it gets you weak, and now you're close to dying.
And they also on the mini map, there are these huge red circles,
Mhm.
and they're moving around, so they take up, like, half the mini map, and then on your indicator, they're, like, sending you signals as to, like, "Oh, it could be here," and it's coming towards you. It's
Yeah.
distracting,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
That is definitely annoying. I hate those. And then another thing that I wouldn't say is, like, too annoying because I would say that by far is the most annoying thing that we have to deal with those hours of playing, but the skewers, it's good when you get one and you use it, but dude, it's like nearly an instant kill every time you're outside. And it always I swear to God, it always targets the top players, which I sorta understand that, but at the same time, it's really, really annoying.
Yeah, I don't like that thing because it's basically like a free kill, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And it requires absolutely no skill,
Mhm.
Like, it just comes down to circumstantial and, like, say you're at the top of the leaderboard and you hear them say, like, "Enemy skewer inbound." What the fuck are you supposed to do? Check the scoreboard, be like, "Oh, I'm at the top. Let me get inside."
Mhm.
Like, bro, what? No
Oh,
one's
no,
gonna do
yeah.
that, you know?
Immediately when I hear that, I run inside because I'm just always expecting I'm gonna be the one that
Yeah, it's
dies.
like right, right.
let me run
Like, you and
inside.
me are either gonna be at the top here more than likely.
Yeah,
We're just
or
gonna hide for cover.
I've on which map is it? Colossus, where it's all outside for the most part. Like I've
Yeah.
shot one out of the air before, like coming down at me.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, because I was streaking and I'm like, okay, it's coming for me. And I looked up and just started shooting, but
Yeah.
like I don't want to be doing that. If if they're gonna keep it, they need to make it harder to get because that thing is way too easy to get.
Yeah, because it's like from the initial one that you get the pulse, and then you get that, right? And then, like, I
Yeah,
think the other one that they gave you as a default was the dog,
yeah,
um, which we talked about that streak. Dog's kinda mid. Like,
mhm,
sometimes it does well, but it's so strong, but to that point, um, it does seem like it's quite a high kill streak to get for
mhm,
what it does, you know? Like, I don't know, I've never been a big fan of, like, streaks like that in games unless it
mhm,
was like the GI unit or something like that, or wraps where
mhm,
they're just all over the map and you know that they're gonna get kills. That thing sometimes it's like it's kind of a roll of a dice. I've seen it do, like, a lot of damage when I've used it, but
mhm.
then there's also times I called it in and it really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah. The wraps or swarms in this game is I think it's like the top kill streak, so it makes sense. Like you're
Yeah.
exploding the map. Everyone's just dying left
Right,
and right. But yeah, with
right.
the dog, sometimes it goes off, sometimes it doesn't. It's good for like patrolling an area. It's kind of
Yeah,
like a sentry, like a mobile sentry gun.
yeah,
But yeah, I haven't tried too many of the kill streaks, but I mean, it seems like the kill streaks are interesting enough, you know? I don't like the skewer. It's just too free, like you said. They have the typical like Hellstorm. Hellstorm, I'm sure is probably going to be used in competitive.
mhm.
They got the harp. They got the swarm. They got the chopper.
Yeah,
Uh,
they got all the bases covered for kill streaks. Like,
mhm,
I don't know. I find it really hard to screw up kill streaks in COD. You have to like be really
mhm,
absent-minded and leave out a lot of big stuff.
but they
Um,
have.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? They have done that in the past. But this to me, like, they have a couple of extra things in there. Nothing like crazy noteworthy regarding that, which I'm not that's kind of a neutral point. It's not good to me or not bad.
Mhm,
I'm not I'm not so fixated on kill streaks. If they have the ones that I really enjoy because they could be, you know, I could just go and dominate if I want to be trying to pub stomp, like we want to go for wraps when we get better at the game. That's great. But yeah, to what you say, I agree. The skewer is the one streak that I don't understand. How you just call it in and it's like, oh yeah, it's a free kill and it's way too easy to get. It's just and it's a pain. Like, can you imagine, bro, if you're someone going for a nuclear and you get fucking skewered?
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
like,
exactly.
dude, that I would lose my mind, and it just because no one there's no skill. Someone
Mhm,
is like a complete idiot. They maybe get like 4 kills in a row, or if they're playing overload, they go and like, actually do the objective and cap the point or whatever, they deliver it.
mhm.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna immediately get one, you
Yeah,
know? Like, it's pretty stupid.
yeah. It's too free to
Yeah,
get, and yeah, I haven't like gotten a swarm, or a harp. I don't even think I've unlocked the harp yet.
no, I don't think
But the those kill streaks are actually exciting to get because you know you get the harp, you can see everyone, everything where they're facing, and then the swarm just blows up the entire map. So it's not like Vanguard where all those kill streaks are just boring.
Yeah, and
They're not
to, like, the
exciting.
point of those, like, yeah, those are hard to get. Like, if
Yeah.
you wanna go you gotta go on a streak to get those.
Hmm.
Not with the skewer where it's way too easy to get it. I think if they're gonna keep that in the game, they need to raise the, amount of score points that are needed to get it because it's just way too easy.
Hmm.
Um,
Or make it
if they
weak.
Yeah, exactly. Like, either they make it weak where, like, will make you one shot, um or maybe you have to be wearing flak. That could be a
Hmm.
better thing. Like, flak can go and prevent it. But if they're not gonna do anything with it, then I think that's a bit of an L. Like, that streak sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
You
but
have to
that
throw flak on with that thing
yeah.
just in case.
Oh, dude, you have to run flak in this game, period. Like,
Yeah. There's
yeah,
explosions everywhere.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Like, people got like those, like we were saying with those drones that are coming at you all the time, and then people got the skewer, and then there's like but the not the impact grenade, but there's like it
The cluster,
blows up. Yeah, the cluster
cluster
grenade
grenade.
too. That people are spamming. Yeah, flak is definitely a necessity in this game, no doubt.
Mhm.
But honestly, dude, like from the main things we covered, like mainly positives from day one, which is good.
Yeah,
Not a
out of
lot of
the
negatives.
yeah, the 4 or 5 hours that we played, I mean, it flew. Like, I
It
remember looking at the clock, I'm like, "Dude, it's 4 o'clock already?" It didn't even
oh
feel like 4.
yeah, I know. Like I was it's hard to do those nowadays as we're pushing 30. But I was like, "Oh man, I'll see how I'm feeling." And then yeah, it just went on and on and on. And I remember looking because we went and made food. It was like you were like, "Oh yeah, make it at 2 o'clock." I was like, "Shit, see how I'm feeling." And
Mhm,
I was like, only a couple games later, I'm like, "Shit, okay, yeah, like I'm good. Like let's
mhm.
go." You know, which is always a good sign. If you can play this game, like you probably after we're done with this recording, but let's go play a little bit before I leave.
Yeah.
Like it's just fun to hop in and play,
Mhm,
which is like a dumb statement, but that cannot be said about some of the previous years. You know, it
mhm.
was definitely the allure wore off very quickly, but with this, I'm not just saying it. I do really feel like this year with the maps and with the gameplay, which is like 2/3 of the equation for Call of Duty. They delivered this year, and it's really really good. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, and you can tell too that if you've been playing COD for a long time, this is a good pub game,
Yeah.
which the majority of people are always gonna be playing pubs, and if it's a good pub game, hopefully there are good maps that will translate into competitive. So, I'm
Yeah.
excited for that, and, like, they're gonna be right now, it's just your standard game modes. We can't wait until 2v2's added, like those face-off maps essentially. Right now they have gunfight, which maybe we should do that because they do have like
I think we
2v2
should.
gunfights, but I want like 2v2 face-offs, because
Yeah,
they had that.
yeah, I don't get again why they didn't add that in like right off the rip. I wish they did. I'm sorry. I was just looking really quick because you had mentioned like when talking about like CDL or just in like competitive. Something that I wanted to mention too, like last kind of thing that was really cool was that the invitational for the CDL, like yeah, Monster Gaming Launch Invitational is November 22nd, 23rd. And it's gonna be
Mhm,
all the CDL rosters, and then it's gonna be some of the AM teams. It's gonna be Omit, War, Bush Gaming, which is that the that's not the Barstool one.
mhm.
No, it is. It is a Barstool team.
Yeah,
And then Zuma's team Stallions. Dude, you kidding me? November 22nd, the game
I
came
know.
out on the fucking
Yes.
14th. Like that was when I saw that, I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah. And it's not it's Monster sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is we need this like right away. Like
Mhm.
the faster we can get into tournaments and watching these teams play, the better. So it's exciting, and the CDL is starting in December this year too. So
Yeah, it's
even better.
it's good the CDL starting again in December, but even still, like that time from now to December can feel like a long time.
Mhm.
And the fact that they put this in there too, where we get, some people are maybe going to be reading way too much into the results of this thing, which
Yeah,
calm down. Like
yeah.
it's not that crazy. Like the game
AMs
just
are playing in it too.
yeah, right. Like if Optic gets third place, people are like, Optic's looking pretty shaky. I'm like, bro,
It's not
give it.
official.
You know,
This isn't for points or anything.
yeah, no. It's just it's for yeah, how much they playing for? 75K? Not too bad.
Yeah.
Um yeah, that's gonna be a really fun event to watch. And it's gonna be nice too, because it's gonna be on both. This year they're doing YouTube and Twitch.
Mhm.
So we'll definitely be watching that and talking about it. And also too on that, I think too that all the CDL rosters, we'll talk about that probably next episode.
Mhm.
Like do like maybe a prior to this, covering some of the teams and like thinking where they're gonna be ranked. Because I think now we have all of them confirmed. I
Yeah.
think.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Maybe
Boston,
LAG. I think we're waiting on.
I think LAG already made
Did
well,
they?
I think they already made their announcement.
I don't think
I'm pretty sure Boston and Carolina were the final two that, and they announced their rosters.
then there's yeah, Envoy. He was the one that was going to be on. So he hasn't put it in his bio yet. He hasn't done that yet. So I don't know.
It should be Envoy, Envoy, Ghosty, um, Sib, and the young guy.
Yeah,
Um,
right. Whatever his name
I
is.
can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah, I forget too. But if even if they haven't announced it, there's nowhere else that those guys are going. Like it's 11 of 12 teams that have been announced.
Hmm.
So they just need to wake up and actually announce that and put us out of our misery so we have all the teams.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's good. And Zuma's been doing his flank tournaments. So like a
Yeah.
lot of the big COD content creators, like they have the community to do it, which I'm glad they're doing it. They're they're filling in that gap between when the game launches to the CDL to keep all of us like entertained,
Right,
which is,
right.
that's what's needed.
Yeah, we can't have any of these massive breaks in the action, especially when the hype right now is there for the game. Everybody's playing it, people are
Hmm.
excited about it. And they want to see all the pros playing it, you know. So I'm
Hmm.
glad that we're getting a lot of people who are putting their time in, and especially with Monster putting on that event. It's going to be it's a good start to the year. You know, things are looking up in the competitive and the just multiplayer realm in general with Call of Duty,
Hmm.
which
Yeah,
is good.
yeah.
They haven't looked like this in a long time.
It's been a while, so it's going to be a good season. I'm excited for it, and the fact that this game is good so far, it helps a lot, like a
Yeah.
ton. And I really want to see what people think about the game after like day one, like the numbers and stuff. How many hours have been played by everyone? How many players actually came on and played? Because I will say, when you and I signed on, you were my only friend that was on playing this game, playing COD.
Mhm.
Where like yeah, a lot of our friends like stopped playing like video games in general, but I would at least have like 6 to 10 people on usually when COD launches, and they pre-order the game and they're playing.
Right.
So, and this year it was just you that was on.
Yeah,
um
and I think in your situation or for mine, it was the same deal. I did have 2 guys on my friends list who I don't I don't know them at all.
mhm,
They were playing, but yeah, for people that we know, like, in just in general, there wasn't as much on the friends list. There wasn't as
mhm.
many people playing it.
Which like you've mentioned before that a lot of people got burnt out on COD because of all the mistakes that they made in previous years, which I mean, look, rightfully so. I get it. Like, even if this is a good COD, some people are like they screwed up way too many times and they lost their chance to like get those people back. But I will say, if you are one of those people that's just burnt out on COD because the developers kept screwing us over, try this game because I really think Treyarch made a good one with this one,
Yeah,
and
and if this
I
game
hope it's
doesn't
not too late.
Yeah, if this game doesn't do it for you, then it's like, okay, then maybe you can call it quits. Because I think this is a big step in the right direction
Hmm.
for a lot of people. And, on that, like, I'm curious to hear about everyone who listening. If you made it this far, thank you. We appreciate it, for the first episode of the new season here for Black Ops 7. I'd like to know what everybody else listening thinks about it, if they agree or disagree with us. I saw a lot of guys on Twitter that had kind of mixed opinions and mixed feelings on the game. Some of it I agreed with, and some of it I disagreed with. Um, we're gonna have some episodes down the line here regarding the other parts of Call of Duty with the zombies and the campaign that
Hmm.
we're gonna have to talk about. People,
But
there's there's a bit of a divide on
hmm,
that.
we haven't touched zombies or campaign at all
Yeah,
yet. So
haven't touched it at
yeah.
all. We're just playing multiplayer right now, but yeah, I'd like to know what everybody else thinks about the game so far on day one, and then just as the weeks go on here, and we get a little bit more comfortable seeing if there's things that they're starting to notice that they don't like or that are annoying,
Hmm.
because that tends to be the case. First day, everyone loves it, and then as the weeks and months go on, then they really start to nitpick.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and that's just how every COD goes. Let's
Yeah,
just hope that the stuff that we nitpick, Treyarch fixes, which it
yeah,
seems like they're listening right now, and um they don't just ignore us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they haven't done that yet, so let's hope that they
Mhm.
keep this going, because if they do, we'll be in good shape for a good year.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
if you guys like leave that in the comments and stuff, obviously, like we already mentioned it earlier in this episode, go and join our Discord because
absolutely.
we're probably going to be very active in there as it grows and more people join.
Mhm.
And we're just going to be talking about COD
Yeah,
and like other video games and other stuff too. Like we want to use the Discord as a community uh, like platform, I guess, for everyone to come. We can all just chat about whatever and, you know, talk about like future episodes, like different Q&A suggestions. Just it'll be a big part of the COD Casual. So make sure you join the Discord.
absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. And I think we'll close on that, yeah? So,
Yeah.
everybody, it's been first episode of the Black Ops 7 season. We're off to a good start. We
Mhm.
hope that you enjoyed this episode. Again, be sure to go to anchor.fm/COD Casual, since we're there on all streaming platforms. Be sure to leave 5-star rating there as well. Go to the TikTok and Instagram if you don't want to watch the whole episode. We post shorts there, so be sure to give a follow there. I think on TikTok we did hit 1,000 followers, so thank you for that.
Ooh, a
We
grand.
appreciate that. That was awesome. So let's get to 1 million. That's the next goal.
10K.
We're
Let's
gonna
go to 10K first.
let's go. So again, yeah, we appreciate the support on all the channels there. And of course, to go to our Twitter at COD Casuals or X, be sure to follow us there, since we're always posting there and whatnot. And then again, like Justin said, with the Discord, be sure to go and join the Discord. We're going to be posting there all the time. You don't want to miss out on anything that we do there.
Mhm.
And I think that's it. Yeah.
5-star
YouTube,
rating.
YouTube as well. Comment,
Yeah.
like, subscribe. 5 stars only.
Mhm. We're
Yeah.
almost at specifically Spotify, 500 followers that are actually following the podcast. We're 20 off. So if you
So
guys share the pod, we need 20
you
more
could be
people.
one right now who needs to go do that. So go
Actually,
do it.
the analytics say that the podcast gets to about like 3,000 people every single week. Over 90% of you guys aren't following us. So,
So
you
be
know,
sure. Go give
make
us
it,
a
yeah,
follow.
give us a follow, and if you have any suggestions for us to win you over to get that follow, we'll get
Mhm.
it. We'll get there.
Let us know in the Discord.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So again, everybody, thank you for listening to this episode number 248 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike,
I'm Justin.
and we'll see you guys next week. Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.